All right, welcome in everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's Tuesday has gone really well. We are here with the North America scrimmage, their 6-year anniversary birthday. They have been around for 6 years, bringing some great, amazing scrims for esports, for community, everything. They have put on a lot. They have done a lot for the PUBG community. And we are here to celebrate their 6 years of doing so. We got 5 matches ahead of us tonight. Match number 1 is going to be an Erangel. And let's see where our flight path is going to be. We are coming out of the shooting range. Very first flight path for tonight. Coming out of the shooting range all the way down to through the military base. Great places along this flight path for teams to jump down, loot up, suit up, and grab what they need. You've got Georgia Pool, you've got Severny, Yasnaya Polyana, Razak, Boatyard, School, Pachinki. You have Primorsk a little ways out there towards the end of the flight path, but a little ways out, teams can jump down, grab what they need. You have the Stalwart a little ways, very at the beginning of the flight path. Got a little ways for these teams to be able to jump and go out there. But towards the end of the flight path, you have the military base for sure. You have Novorotnoy, which is another great place. You have Milta Farm. Amazing flight path to start match 1 off for us tonight. And our first zone is going to be the military base area. So we've got Pachinki School, or we've got a school just outside the zone, but we have a Pachinki, we have the Ferry Pier, Primorsk, Gatka, Corey. We have some good places still for these teams that are still inside the zone. Alright, teams are down looting. Oh, we've got a fight going on already. Let's see if we can jump down here with Team 10. Team 10 exceeded. They've got 1 elimination on the board for them. Ooh, we've got another one going on very close up here with Team 19. Silence Esports. And it's Team 8 over there as well. So Team 8 is going to be Fatality Pros. And it looks like that they have very well, they have a point on the board. Alright, that was a nice drop. Silence Esports with 2 eliminations already. They may be taking out very quickly, going to be taking out Team 8. We shall see here. DBS in hand. That DBS is very brutal, up close and personal, along with any shotgun, really. Alright, Team 8 now down to just a solo. Mursky coming in last minute there. Maybe going to try to get some shots. Maybe get another elimination for the team. But they are sitting with a team. Or a solo here, so they're gonna be in trouble. And down and out. Let's see. They are gonna be our first team out for tonight on match 1. All right, let's hop over with Team 21. Get back, gang. And it looks like they are over in the shelter area. But it looks like they have Team 6 a little ways out from the distance from them. Team 6 is going to be Urza Esports. And they just kind of slid right on through, so... All right, these teams are very well scattered out very nicely. So they're going to probably take... Ooh, we've got a fight. Let's go check over here real quick with... Jumping in with Team 7. With the Lions. Team 7. Oh! Nicely done! And a complete elimination there with a shotgun and I think maybe an M4, but Team 4 down and out. Team 4 Sin International. Sorry, let's jump over to Team 3 here. Apex Esports. They are in the Milta. Scattered out a little bit, covering a lot of area for the Milta area. Midnight laying low. Team 21 rolls right on by. Gets a beautiful shot there. Definitely able to get an elimination for Apex Esports. Nexus. 2 eliminations. And looks like it's going to be Team 10 that they're taking on. Exceeded. Stark, last man, kind of still stands. Rob Stark not paying attention to the right side of the building and gets taken out with a shotgun. So exceeded at Team 10 and down and out. Nexus with 4 eliminations on the board for the team. Our zone has shifted here. We're going to be still moving into the military base. And since there's only 2 bridges into the military base, we could very well see some bridge camping here. And it looks like a Team 13 is definitely on the east side bridge going into the military base, as they are waiting for any other teams to come across. We just see Silence Esports with 6 eliminations, and they are on the west side bridge camping that. Very well could see some more teams come across these bridges. Might even see teams kind of rotate towards the ferry pier, or maybe the farm area, pick up a boat or some sort, and then be able to come in from the backside of the military base. And it looks like, let's see here, we've got a team that is moving in, Team 23, Golden Phyra, and they and a slaughter with the boat. Looks like he's definitely going to go around from behind into the military base and come up from the dock side of it. We have 16 teams that are remaining, and all of these teams are going to be rotating in. Team 18, Gods of War. They're gonna try to get through that bridge before they even try to make it across. Alright, Merit there definitely has a good angle. And Spaz for Team 19, the last one still stands. Spaz needs to be extremely careful here getting up onto the... Spaz may have an idea for sure. Let's see, they do kind of have an idea of where he's at, and possibly saw him jumping and hopping around, getting in there. So Gods of War there, he is on top there with the 4 times. Absolutely can see what's going on. He's going to be calling out every bit of this, as the rest of the team is more than likely going to be moving in. Merit with those grenades. Spaz jumps out and maybe in some dangerous trouble here. Down and out he goes. Gods of War has cleared the west side bridge. Now this is going to allow them to potentially either A, camp it themselves, or completely just move in onto the bridge. We've got Apex right behind them. Looks like they're going to try to get across this bridge. Teams remain. We've got Team 5 always on top. They got 2 of their, looks like 2 members down. Blaze getting picked up. Alright, Apex is just right outside the area. It looks like always on the top are going to be getting out of there, since they are losing health quite a bit as the zone is starting to move in. Alright, our 14, we've got just a handful of teams that are still outside playing in the blue zone. right, Team 14, the finest, sitting as a duo, but that was a absolutely amazing grenade. Team 13, 4 a.m. Alright, our teams are now rotating in. Gods of War is still on the west side bridge. Let's get y'all back there hearing this action while we do that reloads up. So we've got Gods of War that's on the west side bridge. They're still holding down that west side bridge. But there are two teams that are trying to get across. We've got Apex that is on that side of the bridge. And an Apex down and out, always on top, coming across that bridge as well. So Gods of War has a really good position here. And our zone does kind of favor Gods of War in that area. So they're going to be getting across. So they are inside that zone. We've got a couple teams coming in from behind. Let's jump over with Golden Fire, where they are going to be kind of... Alright, so they're going to be pinned down between a Sacred and Tea Time. Alright, Tea Time closing in quick on the building. Ooh, a ball gets dropped and is very well going to be here in Golden Fire at down and out. Team of 6. Urza Esports with 4 eliminations, moving in very quickly, closing in onto Team 17, The Chosen. Zeus with some shots. Alright, The Chosen gonna be pushing back really quick. Zeus still stands, hold down and out and goes. Esports has been eliminated. 4 a.m. with 7 eliminations for the team. All of that shooting going on has definitely got their attention onto The Chosen. 9 teams remain, and we are in a tiny little circle. Team 20 RR Esports. Alright, they are just barely in the side zone, but they have a good position. They're up here on the hill. Definitely going to be able to oversee quite a bit here. It looks like they're going to be making their way down to the buildings. Gods of War moving in, and they have another good position here. Not moving too quickly onto the buildings, but still holding that high ground. RR Esports right across the street from The Chosen. And then down the road, you have 4 a.m. So we've got a very well, looks like we're gonna have could have a three-way shootout here. The Chosen down to a duo here, so they're gonna have to play safe. Player 2 with Chosen has been knocked. Player 1 from Chosen is gonna go in for that revive. All right, Gods of War pushing off of their high ground now. They have definitely decided to move in right across the street from Urza Esports. Team 7. And Shuba making it their way in very slowly, very quietly, laying low. They do have 5 eliminations for the team. So we got 6 teams. 6 teams remaining for match 1. All right, T-Time kind of overseeing the rest of the fight that's going on at the bottom of the hill. So they're going to, looks like they're going to kind of play this safe and kind of watch and take on fights as they can. Very well potentially take on third party, get those third party kills. God, 4 a.m. just that quick. They're trying to make a move in, and they lost 2 of their members. So they're going to be a duo moving forward here for the last little bit of the zones. Player 2 was chosen. The last one still stands. RR Esports making their, trying to get across the way. Morgan gets dropped. RR Esports down and out. 3 teams remain. T-Time at the top of the hill. 4 a.m. Gonna have to move. T-Time definitely playing this absolutely perfect. They do have an uphill. So this is gonna give a uphill advantage for them as Gods of War is still down. Masta is down with T-Time. All right, 2 teams remain. We got Gods of War and T-Time. Gods of War hurting extremely bad here. They are down the hill, so it is gonna be absolutely crazy. They do have 11 eliminations, and T-Time has this perfect and beautiful grenade that was thrown. All right, that was it for match number 1. T-Time coming in first, taking that to chicken dinner. Gods of War coming in second. 4 a.m. coming in third. RR Esports coming in 4th. The Chosen coming in 5th. 6 through 8. 9 through 11. 12 through 14. 15 through 17. And 18 and 19. Going all out. Nicely done with 6 eliminations. A member of 4 a.m. Seasons with 2 rescues. Best companion. Nicely done. Kaiser with the finisher with Tea Time, giving Tea Time the chicken dinner for match number 1. Hang tight. We'll get you into match number 2 here as quickly as we can. All right, match number 2. We're going to be here in Rondo. Now, this is a very unique map. With this being a very unique, it is one of the larger land maps. Now, the teams can recall each other back. So if teams get down to 3, 2, maybe even 1, they can go to a recall tower and recall their teammates back. So this is going to make a very interesting, very unique map here in the esports. So starting out, we've got Joten all the way through Yulin, all the way down to Tianlong Garden. Great places along this flight path. We've got the stadium that is very close. These teams can jump out, go to the stadium, loot up, suit up. There's a lot of stuff there. We've got the test track as well. Got some good loot as well. And we've got teams jumping off really, really early. Looks like we could see some quick fights going into the stadium. Maybe into Hoten. We've got 2 teams going into Hoten. And teams that are jumping really early. Yulin may be the hot spot for this jump, for this flight path. We might see several teams going into it. We'll keep a very close eye on these 4 or 5 teams that are headed into it. We've got one team, looks like they're going out to the stadium. Very interesting. But down on ground, inside Yulin, we've got team 3, 5, 7, 8, 12, 14, and 17. We've got quite a few teams here. This is going to be for a very quick fight. We've got Apex Esports Team 3. Midnight has been dropped, so here these teams are going to quickly rack up points. We've got Team 14. They've already got 4 eliminations. Make that 5 eliminations already for the team. Team 14, the finest, with 5 eliminations, and they are a team of 3 starting match 2. Getting right back down into Yulin itself. We've got team 5 always on top of we've got one inside here, so this is going to be always on top. Solo is going to be inside Yulin. Team 12 Nexus. They've got 1 elimination. One of their player winner is down. Let's see, can winner get revived? doesn't look like it. That's going to be a very tough recall, but Nova could easily get over there. And looks like Nova may be trying to get over there, but is taking shots and taking fires. Let's drop in with Nova real quick. Apex doing good. They've got a team of 3, so they could recall their teammate back here. But with as many teams that are still here, trying to get a recall back here in Yulin is going to be very challenging. Let's head right over. Ooh, let's go check out 4 a.m. They just got 3 eliminations. They did lose a member here. Let's see, do we have any teams that have been fully eliminated yet? We do not. We are still sitting with 20 full teams. We still have quite a bit of teams inside Yulin. Well, let's go check. Before we drop right back in there, let's go check out, see if there's any other ones. No, actually, other fights going on. Yulin is gonna be the fights. We might see. Hold on, let's head up. Let's see this. They may be getting. All right, member of team 10. Swazi. Alright, the Chosen up to 3 eliminations. Apex still holding strong. Looks like they did get that revive, so Midnight did come back. All right, always on top. Looks like always on top was it getting into it. Let's check it out. Blaze headed right into team 9 for Ronins. And they're just going to kind of pass on by. All right, Nexus still alive. They got 2 eliminations. They're doing well. Well, these teams that have started out in Yulin are definitely holding their own for sure here. Dill there with some shots. All right, so dropping with Apex. They are out in Jaden City. Dill is still alive inside Yulin all by himself, holding the fort down. And is trying to stay alive as Nexus is moving in very quickly. Dill may be in trouble here. They are very low on health. Dill fighting for their life, trying to stay alive. Nicely done. Does get that elimination. All right, our zone shifts just a little bit, still keeping Yulin inside play. And that deal is down and out, but can be revived. So they're gonna see a team member here go to a recall tower, bring him back, and keeping them a full squad. We are 19 teams that now remain. So team 19, Urza Esports. They have been sent back to the lobby where they will wait for match 3. And 4 Ronins. And a Blaze escapes. Possibly. Blaze gets dropped and eliminated. And 4 runners are gonna be getting that revive. They do have 5 eliminations for the team. And they're still sitting as a full squad. Golden Phyra, 2 eliminations. They're going up against Gods of War. RTK definitely calling out where 2 members of Gods of War are at. Let's see. Team 22 V2 Gold. So V2 Gold moving in right on top of Golden Phyra. All right, we're gonna get the main cam back up here here shortly, and then we'll get the sound to come back. All right, we have a Lions full squad. V2 Gold just on the other side. Nice molly there. Well placed for sure. So Lions full squad. V2 quickly trying to move in. And a Shuba that is up front trying to at least get some grenades out. All right, zone shifts again. Not going to be a lot of cover. Let's go jump in with the team of 4. Sin International, where they are bunkered it down. Alright, Reese laying some shots down. Did get a few good hits on a couple members of, I believe it's Team 10 and Team 3 Apex. Apex coming in from behind. They have 4 eliminations, and they are right on top of Exceeded. And that didn't work out. Main cam crashed as soon as it came back up. Nice long shot there. I believe that was an elimination. I think that was a full elimination. We're going to get y'all here. Give us just a sec. We're loading it back in. A lot of action that goes on in this map, so definitely hard for devices to keep up. Yep, it's gonna be a tough one for that one. Hang tight, we'll be right back. We're trying to load these All right. Let's see if we can hold it down. And we have 14 teams that are still remaining. A lot of action going on here for these teams. With 14 teams that are still remaining inside a little bitty zone. So we're going to actually see a lot of quick fights. And a lot of teams are going to drop really quickly here. Team of 16. Sacred with 7 eliminations for the team. And that they are holding it down. Gods of War still alive. And they have just 2 eliminations. And it looks like they are going to be down and out. Always on the top with it. 2 eliminations. They've got tea time over directly in their sights there. All right. Hopefully, with 5 teams remaining, hopefully we can hold it down. Hopefully we don't have any more crashes. And tea time. Let's drop in with tea time. Tea time with 11 eliminations, and they are putting some points on the board. They are in the top 5. The Chosen with 15 eliminations and sitting as a full squad. And it looks like each of them are going to have a vehicle, so they're going to be quickly rotating in. Oh, player 3 goes down. The Chosen, player 2, the last one that is still is definitely still standing. Tea time. Tea time may be in trouble. Looks like 2 of their members are actually inside the zone. One of them does go out, so tea time gonna be a tea time now down and out, and 2 teams remain. And this is a 2v2. We've got Urza Esports with 15 eliminations. We have Lions with 2 eliminations. Two v 2, 2 teams. Who's it gonna be? All right, Punk Boy very close over there. All right, 1 member still remains for Team 7. Is in a bind, headed right toward him, and is down and out. Nicely done by Urza Esports. Lions coming in 2nd. Tea time coming in 3rd. Chosen coming in 4th. Sacred coming in 5th. 6 through 8. 9 through 11. 12 through 14. 15 through 17. 18 through 20. All right, that is for match 2. We'll get you into match 3 here momentarily. Hang tight with us. All right, match number 3. We're gonna be here in Erangel. Erangel, another one of a larger map, another large land map, but this one has a lot of high places for teams to get on top of and snipe. So with that, teams are gonna have to pay attention, not just what's 150, 175 meters away, but out there a little bit farther towards that 200, 300 meters away, because you could be sniped and never know where that bullet is coming from until it is too late. We're coming out of the northeast of this. At a Torre Hamada. All the way down towards the island out here. So we got Los Leonos, San Martin, Hacienda area, Power Grid, Graveyard, Pecado, Los Leonos, Truck Stop, El Elzar. We have the Campo Militar. We've got some good places for these teams along this flight path to be able to jump down, loot up, suit up, and take on the fights to come. Very well could see, since Hacienda and San Martin are very close to this flight path, we might see a couple teams jump in the Hacienda area, might see one or two teams jump into San Martin Hill that is overlooking Hacienda. And we have the 3 teams, looks like, but we've got, all right, we've got 3 teams in Hacienda, and we've got 2 teams that are still in Hacienda, but out a little ways. We're gonna jump in with Team 20. Team 20 RR Esports. And right outside with them is going to be a Ronin. All right, both members have a player down, but RR is going to be able to is quickly going to get this revive, and they are back up. Tabla maybe. Let's see, can Tabla be revived? That's going to be the question here. Bumblebee is down. That's going to be a tricky revive unless a Bumblebee can get inside. Tabla back up on their feet. Bumblebee's been eliminated. RR kind of down a member now. I do have Morgan is down. Hopefully they can try to at least get this revive. Alright, always on top, down a member. Looks like they have definitely lost a member here. Fatality. Rose with an elimination. Got Nexus with an elimination as well. All right, we've got Golden Phyra that is inside Los Leonos along with Team 11 Mavericks. And they are a team of 3. Looks like they're about to lose a member that is currently been dropped. All right, Sin International. And Nexus picks up 2 more eliminations. And kind, the last one still standing for always on top. Ooh, a nice drop. This gets another one in his seasons. The season coming in with a clutch there. Season's gonna get both of these revives. And they are now Nexus now sitting with 4 eliminations. Exceeded, picking up 8 eliminations right here, and I believe that they just eliminated team 22, I believe. Maybe it was at 4 a.m. Not too sure. We are down to just 16 teams that remain. Silence Esports 2 eliminations, and they are in trouble. They are down and out that they go. For Ronin picking up a 7 elimination total, 7 eliminations, and sitting as a duo now. Zone shifts, keeping Terra Humada and Cruz de Ville still in the zone. All right, there are still a handful of teams that are rotating in for our zone. Still quite a few, still 2 teams inside Hacienda. And just right down the street from Hacienda, got to Team 8. Fatality. Rose. They're looting up and grabbing some stuff. Beautiful grenade. Boom goes down. And is out, so Traps gonna be the last one still standing for a get back gang. Right, and most of our teams now are inside the zone. Get back gang and down and out. Sin with 8 total eliminations and them being a team of 3 here. Got teams bunching up in Cruz de Ville. Team 7. Currently 0 eliminations, but plenty of time. All of our teams are starting to rotate in. Golden PHYR, 3 eliminations. And they're going to be a team of 3. All right, teams are moving in now to the very next zone. We're going to see a lot of quick fights here. Users are closing in. All right, the finest They got one member still alive. Can they hold it down? Try to get them into the top 10. Team 3 Apex. Full squad still. 0 eliminations. Plenty of time for them to be able to get some of those elimination points. And Mavericks with a team member down. And then they're going to be out there in the blue zone. Hopefully they can get revived and into zone. And Tea Time picking up an elimination. Good molly there. Zillow with an amazing molly, picking up 3 total eliminations now for Tea Time. Alright, jamming with it. Trying to get them grenades in the right location. Nicely done. Ten teams remain, and our zone is getting even smaller. Master is down. And it's gonna be picked up by a revive here. And we've got Exceeded inside the zone. Let's go drop in with the Exceeded. Looks like they maybe have the only building hard structure. And got Sin up top. Sin with 8 eliminations. All right, the Chosen with 2 eliminations, and they're closing in quick. Onto Sin. All right, Reese, last one, still stands for Sin, and is going to be moving into the next zone, right on top of Apex Esports. The Chosen rolling in and getting a dropped. 2 players are dropped really quickly here. Exceeded. Could be taking out some more of the Chosen. Player 3 coming in with a revive. Zilla with tea time is down. We got 4 teams remain, and our circle is very tiny. Apex Esports with Midnight, last one that's kind of still standing and laying low, letting the other 3 teams kind of fight it out. All right, Exceeded out there in the zone, coming in quick. Mind gets a drop on Exceeded. All right, 2 teams left. Tea Time and Apex Esports is down and out just that quick. Nicely done to Tea Time. Apex Esports coming in second. Exceeded coming in third. The Chosen coming in 4th. Sin International coming in 5th. 6 through 8. 9 through 11. 12 through 14. 15 through 17. 18 through 20. 21 and 22. Exceeded Swazi going out with 7 eliminations. Tea Time, best companion with 2 rescues. In Master with Exceeded, dealing that final kill, giving them the chicken dinner for match number 3. Y'all hang tight, we'll get you here into match 4 here as quickly as we can. All right. Match number 4 back in Myanmar. And this time our flight path coming out of Los Leonos, all the way up through Cruz de Vel in Torre Hamada. Got some good places for these teams to jump down. Kind of similar to our other flight path here that we had for Myanmar, but I believe just going in the opposite direction. So coming out of Los Leonos, we've got San Martin Hacienda, we've got Truck Stop El Azar, Camp Militar, Bacado, and we've got quite a few teams kind of jumping off really early on. And we've got teams going into Puerto. Jumping in with Gods of War. And they already have a member that is down and out. So Gods of War are going to be starting this match being a team of 3 really early on. Alright, the finest closing. Ooh, a nice, beautiful drop there. Can they go for a second and maybe even a third? Not able. Gods of War now down to just possibly a solo here. We'll see how this is. And they are, Gods of War, gonna be very quickly eliminated. They're gonna now down to just one. And Gil, last one. That is still stands for Gods of War. Gil holding his own. Shotgun. Oh, can he do it? Picks up an elimination. 3 eliminations for Gods of War. RR Esports, our first team out. Gil on fire, trying to fight the flames. User up the hill. Gil hanging on. Can he make it a 4? Alright, User moving in really quickly here down the hill on top of both the 4 a.m. and the last one for Gods of War. Zeus has been dropped. Alright, 4 a.m. currently have 2 of their members down. Gil is down and out. 4 a.m. with the revive there. User pushing in very quickly. 4 a.m. has no time to heal at all. Punk Boy moving in Alright, Punk Boy all by himself. Alright, we're down to 16 teams that are remaining for match 4 here. Vitality Pros with 4 eliminations. And we are now 15 teams remain. Always on top was eliminated by Team 8. I have 4 Ronins being just a duo here. Drop in with Apex Esports, currently 0 eliminations, full squad. They have plenty of time to get those elimination points. All right, teams are rotating as that zone is going to be pushing in the next 30 seconds. And our zone shifts, Power Grid, Picado, Tremersa still in play. Couple big cities that are still there. We got Sacred with 0 eliminations, but they are zone camping at Team 11. Mavericks. And Raw moving in onto Mavericks, trying to get some more eliminations. Beautiful grenade. Does get a drop there. Succeeded at trying to find a good place to go. lucky me, kind of out there in the open. But they seated and not too far behind. Looks like lucky me is going to be regrouping back with a team. All right, we're down to 12 teams that are remaining. Ooh, lucky me gets tagged just a little bit there. All right, with 12 teams remaining, we're going to see these teams kind of slow down just a little bit as they're going to wait for that next zone to shift. All right, tea time. Currently zero eliminations. With 12 teams remain, they have plenty of time to be able to get those elimination points. And we got Sacred with Team 16 and moving into the zone. These teams have plenty of cover here. They got a lot of hard buildings they can hold up and kind of wait it out. Doom and get some shots there. All right, we got our teams. Looks like they're gonna be set here just for momentarily until the zone moves in 20 seconds. Bomba just gets dropped. Can the Bomba get to the rest of the members to be able to get revived? Sacred up there on the hill. All right, Sacred now has 5 total eliminations. Apex Esports picking up 3 total eliminations now. All right, our teams are going to be taking it a nice and slow. Reese down. That's going to be not going to be able to get that revive at all. So Sin moving forward now, just going to be a duo here. They will have to be playing this safe. Mighty Boy with some shots. Not sure if anything actually. Sacred taking on Phyra here. Looks like they're gonna be moving forward just being a duo. All right, 10 teams are remaining. And none of our remaining team, Golden Phyra, our only team that is still sitting as a full squad. And looks like Nova and a winner. Last two that are gonna be still standing for Nexus. Alright, Zuku popping out those smoke grenades. With some shots on Golden Phyra. Alright, with 4 teams, our zone just got a little bit smaller. Can the fall hold it down? And the fall is pinched here. Ooh, and just escapes. Alright, Golden Phyra now up to a total of 3 eliminations. 3 teams are remaining. Golden Phyra for Ronins. Ooh, just that quick. Now we are down to a 2-team match here. Full Ronins with the 8 eliminations. Golden Phyra with just 3 eliminations. Zone closing in. Golden Phyra might have the zone here. GG's and nicely done. And well played to Golden Phyra. Taking that chicken dinner. For Ronins coming in second. Nexus coming in third. The Chosen coming in fifth. And Exceeded coming in fifth. 6 through 8. 9 through 11. 12 through 14. (15 through 17) and 18. All right, hang tight. We'll get you into our last and final match tonight for the 6-year anniversary of North America Scrimmage. right, our last match for tonight. We are back here in Erangel. We've got a flight path coming out of the east through Yazanaya, Polyana, Rozak, all the way out towards Georgia Pool. We've got Rozak Boatyard, School, Ruins, the Hospital, Georgia Pool, Severny, Shooting Range, Zarki, Kamishki, the Polka. Good places for these teams to jump down, loot up, suit up, and get ready for the last match for tonight. And we've got quite a few teams that are jumping really early on. And like I said, we've got 3 teams going to Yazanaya, Polyana. And we have 2 teams going into Severny. You got 2 teams, possibly 4 teams going into the Georgia Pool area. So we got Apex Esports. Looks like they're headed into the hospital. Let's see where they will be going. Looks like the Chosen kind of going out towards the end of this flight path, trying to get to a vehicle. They may be going down into Primorsk, maybe into Agatka. But we've got 2 good places, and the fights are going to be happening here very quickly. Jumping right on into with Team 12. Team 12 being the Nexus. And they are starting this last match off just being a team of 3. You got Sin International. And you have Team 11 Mavericks. These 3 teams are inside Yasnaya, Polyana. Let's head over into Severny, where we have Sacred and a 4 a.m. Golden PHYR just lost one of their members to Gods of War. Or no, 4 Ronins. Alright, Dom by themselves is in some trouble. Good grenade did get some damage there. Fatality pros with an elimination on the board, and Golden PHYR is already down to a duo. RTK down and out. Golden PHYR has now been eliminated down to 1 player remains. Let's head right over into with Mavericks. These 3 teams have stacked on top of each other. They are all in almost the same exact building. Nexus hurting just a little bit. Nova is down and going to be revived. Sin right across the road. And Reese down with a Sin being revived. Gods of War just lost a member. Golden Phyra with up to 1 elimination now. And Sin picked up an elimination, but they are down a member now. Mavericks with a few of their members that are down. Now let's go drop with them. They are down a member. One of the members is now being revived. This should keep them being a team of 3. Sin pushing up from the bottom. Mavericks down and out. Sin picking up 4 eliminations now. Now they just got to take on take on a Nexus to see if they can pick up 4 more eliminations. Nexus with just being a 3, Sin could pick up 3 more eliminations here. Sins are in some trouble. Reese, the last one man person, is gonna be last standing. Just that quick. Reese with that clutch there, picking up 7, bringing the total number of 7 eliminations for Sin International. Alright, our 2 teams that are in Severny are still inside Severny, and they are, I believe, still sitting the same number, so they're going to be fighting each other plus this zone. Demons the last one that is now still standing for Sacred, getting shot and is down and out. 4 a.m. picking up 3 eliminations. They are out there in that blue zone. They're going to need to work very quickly to be able to get into the next zone. We've got 12 teams that are remaining for our last match. All right, Gods of War down and out. They were working on that, getting that revived, trying to keep them up to a team of 2, but it was quickly eliminated. Evelyn, the last one still standing. Vitality Pros moving in very quickly. Alright, Passion with a shotgun in hand. Nice grenade. Fatality. Pros now up to 5 eliminations. The finest are now down and out. Just saw them that quick. We're now down to 8 teams remain. Tea time with 4 eliminations. Apex Esports. Currently 0, but they have 0 eliminations. Still plenty of time in our last match to be able to pick up some elimination points. Nice recovery by T-Time there. 2 drops and was able to quickly get Zello back up. Alright, the Deep gonna be the last one kind of still standing. Can Deep pull out some eliminations here for Apex Esports? T-Time moving in. Deep is in trouble and is down and out. T-Time picking up 8 total eliminations here. And they just eliminated Apex Esports. Our zone has shifted. Now we're back into the military base. Zeus with an elimination. Five teams are remaining. We got T-Time coming across the west side bridge. Looks like 4 a.m. and RR Esports are gonna try to take that east side bridge. 4 a.m. might be grabbing a boat to get across. Dexter grabbed the Sea-Doo. All right, here comes the rest of 4 a.m. coming across the water. Urza made it inside of the zone as coming right as they were coming across the bridge. All right, Urza Esports. They are as a duo here, but they are across the bridge. They're kind of in the blue zone. And it looks like they're going to try to attempt to come across that bridge of the east side bridge where you have 2 members of a user waiting. RR Esports is still determined. Looks like they're determining whether to come across the bridge or not. All right, 4 a.m. has made it into the zone, followed right there closely with a T-dot. Mind goes for it and gets dropped. And is quickly taken out. Alright, Zeus dropping back with the rest of the team, moving right on in, right into 4 a.m. Vortex has been dropped. Zeus has been dropped. Oops. Last one kind of still standing. Nice drop, but was not able to get that clutch. And a 4 a.m. now has 9 total eliminations for the team. And we are down to 4 teams remaining. Zello, some good shots to get a drop. Dexter getting the revive and nicely done. Was definitely able to find a little bit of a rock and some cover there to be able to get the revive. XYZ coming in and picking up Dexter. Zello in trouble. Got to get healed up here. The Chosen with player 3. So we've got the Chosen with a full squad if they can get the revive on player 2. Beautiful grenade by player 3, getting out a Zello there. Tea time is going to be just a single player left. All right, bye-bye, getting that revive on Dexter. Two teams remain. Massey, last one still stands for RR. The Chosen still sits as a full squad. This is a 4v1. Nicely done by the Chosen, taking that chicken dinner. RR Esports coming in second, 4 a.m. coming in third, at tea time coming in fourth. Urza Esports coming in fifth. 6 through 8. Nine through 11. 12 through 14. 15 and 16. Skeege with 4 a.m. going all out with a 5 elimination at Dexter with a 4 a.m. with the best companion with the 2 rescues, and player 2 with the Chosen dealing that final kill, giving the Chosen the chicken dinner for our last match. All right, that's it. I do appreciate everybody tuning in, coming and hanging out, supporting the 6-year anniversary of North America Scrimmage. All right, thank y'all all so very much. Until next stream, I will catch y'all later. Y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all's Tuesday.